Today's story is about a 12-year-old innocent and fearful boy who was afraid of injections and spiders. But his real fear was realized when he found out that his loving babysitter, who was hired to look after him, was actually going to sacrifice him. The babysitter who protected him like a friend turns out to be a participant in a demonic ritual who wants the blood of an innocent boy to become immortal. A game of truth and dare, which begins with a mantra from a demonic book, ends with the sacrifice of a boy. So, will the boy be able to save himself from this ritual, or will he become the next prey of the demonic world? We will see in today's frightening story. The story begins with a 12-year-old fearful boy named Harry Johnson who is very afraid of injections and spiders, but he has a sweet friend in school named Annie. Both of their houses are nearby, but Annie was smarter than Harry. She playfully tells Harry that babysitters often put children to sleep, invite their boyfriends over, and have fun. Harry's mom and dad often had to travel out of town for work, so a babysitter named Jen was hired for Harry. She used to be very friendly with Harry, but Annie's words stick in Harry's mind, and he decides that next time he will stay awake and see what Jen does. Now, because he was a scared boy, the children at school would often make fun of him, especially a boy named Jeremy, who not only bothered him at school but was also Harry's neighbor. So he would follow and harass him all the time. Today, too, he tries to do the same to him. But Jen arrives at the right time, punctures Jeremy's bicycle tire, scares him, and makes him run away. After this, she takes Harry and heads towards home. On the way, she advises him that the next time Jeremy tries to bother him, hit him hard in the nuts. Harry says that she cares for him so much, but his mom and dad only care about their work. Jen says, "Don't worry, I will stand by you whenever you are in trouble." After this, when he reaches home, he sees that his mom is working in the basement of the house, where there are lots of spiders, which Harry is very afraid of. Then his dad takes him to learn car driving, but he still can't do it properly and is very scared. Then the next day, his mom and dad have to go out of town, so Jen arrives at the house. Harry's mom tells Jen to take good care of Harry and look after his schedule. After they leave, their fun begins, where they dance and swim together happily in the swimming pool. After the whole day passes like this, in the evening, Jen gives him a shot to drink, but Harry cleverly throws it away and starts pretending to sleep. Then, as soon as Jen leaves his room, he quietly gets up and messages Annie that he is going to spy on Jen tonight. Annie is also excited and says, "Tell me everything at school tomorrow." After this, he secretly starts keeping an eye on Jen and sees that Jen has invited some unknown people to the house where everyone was playing truth and dare. Their names are Max, Allison, John, Sonia, and Samuel. But Samuel was very innocent and a new join in their group and didn't know much about them. Now, in a dare, Jen had to kiss everyone, and she starts kissing everyone one by one. But as soon as she goes to kiss Samuel, he gets shy. But Jen says that he will enjoy it a lot, just close his eyes. After this, she suddenly stabs 2 knives into his head, and everyone else, without any fear, starts collecting the blood coming out of his head in a cup. Seeing this, Harry gets very scared, and from their conversation, he finds out that these people are completing a demonic ritual in which Samuel has been sacrificed. After this, Jen takes out an old book whose name is the Devil's Bible. Jen says that only one copy of this book exists in the entire world, and to use it, the blood of the sacrificed person must be dripped onto the book. Only then will their wishes be fulfilled through this ritual. But for this, they also need the blood of an innocent child, and that child is Harry. Hearing this, Harry starts trembling with fear and quickly goes to his room and calls the police to report that someone wants to kill him. Then, before they arrive, he takes a pocket knife and immediately starts pretending to sleep in his bed. Jen and the others come to his room and, without waking him up, start drawing his blood with a syringe. Harry was very afraid of syringes, but he manages to compose himself somehow. After this, Jen says that first they will mix the blood and then finish the rest of the ritual. Then, as soon as everyone leaves the room, Harry ties some clothes together to make a rope to escape through the window. But then Jen comes back there, and due to blood loss, Harry passes out there. When he regains consciousness, Harry finds himself tied to a chair, and everyone is present in front of him. But he pretends to be innocent, as if he hasn't seen anything. Just then, 2 police officers break down the door and come inside, which makes the situation worse. But then Max throws a rod at one officer, and the next moment, Jen finishes off the other officer. But in the meantime, a bullet hits Allison. Now both officers were dead, but a message from the backup team was coming over their walkie-talkie. It was necessary to reply using the correct code for the message, and only Harry knew that code because his dream was to become a police officer. Jen also knew about this, so she threatens Harry and gets the codes out of him, and Max says these codes and sends a message that everything is okay. Then they start talking that they will have to destroy all the evidence or they will get caught. During this, Harry secretly cuts the rope and starts running upstairs, and John goes after him. But while running, John slips down the stairs and dies there. But now Max goes after him. But Harry jumps out of the window and, avoiding their sight, hides in the basement below the house. The basement was full of spiders, but now he has to face all his fears. He stays absolutely quiet while hiding. But after a while, Sonia reaches there looking for him and starts searching for Harry among the things kept there. Then Harry cleverly fires a rocket at her, but Sonia survives. However, he manages to get out of there, locks her in the basement, and immediately releases bug spray inside. Then, due to the fire from the spray and the rocket, a very big blast occurs which throws him away, and Sonia is killed there. Now, hearing the sound of the blast, Max arrives there and starts chasing Harry, but Harry quickly goes and climbs a treehouse, and upon reaching the top, breaks the stairs so that Max cannot come up. But Max comes up using a rope and confronts him, trying to kill him. Now there was no way for Harry to escape, but then the roof breaks, and both of them fall down. In the meantime, the rope gets tangled around Max's neck, and he dies in that condition. Now Harry survives the fall. But before he can compose himself, Jen starts firing a shotgun at him, but he somehow avoids the bullets and reaches Annie's house next door. Annie first thought this was a joke when she heard everything, but Harry tells her everything, that Jen wants to kill him and brought her friends along, but he has finished them all. Just then, Jen also arrives there, so they quickly go and hide in another room. But Harry has also put Annie in danger by coming here. That's why he tells Annie to call the police. Until then, he will go and deal with Jen himself. Annie agrees to this and gives him a loving kiss, which shows that Annie likes him. Harry also feels very good, but now the situation was dangerous. So, without wasting any time, he returns to his house. But when he gets home, he sees that everything is as calm and clean as before, as if nothing had happened here. He couldn't understand how all the evidence disappeared so quickly. Looking around the house, he sees the same ritual book. Suddenly, Allison attacks him, who was alive despite being shot. Harry tries to escape from her somehow, but he was completely trapped because Allison is about to stab him with a knife. But then Jen arrives and blows off Allison's head with a shotgun, which kills her. Now Jen starts moving towards Harry because she had made the whole plan, and now she can complete the ritual alone. But Harry, without wasting time, picks up the book and threatens to burn it. Now this was the only book without which Jen would not be able to do anything, so she gets scared. Harry says, "I considered you my friend and you planned to kill me. Tell me, what would you have gained from this?" So Jen starts telling her truth that years ago, I made a deal with the demon of evil, who is called Satan in the dark world. In this, I had to offer the blood of innocent people and read some special lines from this book so that once the ritual was complete, I would get everything I wanted. I could even become immortal. Then she starts luring Harry, saying that I too was once weak and afraid of everything like you. But ever since I took the help of this book, I have become very strong and confident. If you support me, you can also become like me. If you tell the police that everyone else broke into the house and tried to kill us, we will escape from the police, and then together we will gain the power of this book. But Harry is not lured and sets the book on fire and quickly runs out of the house. Seeing the book on fire, Jen goes crazy and starts trying to put it out. Meanwhile, Harry quickly runs, starts Annie's dad's car, and with full courage, drives the car at full speed and crashes it directly into the house, causing half of the house to break, and Jen gets crushed under the car. But Harry is unharmed in this and gets out safe and sound. Just then, the police and firemen also arrive with vehicles, and now everything comes under control. But Annie's dad starts yelling at the police, worrying about his car, while Annie comes and sits next to Harry and says, "You finally did it, and now you are no longer scared like before." Then she kisses him, and her dad scolds her and takes her away. Meanwhile, Jeremy and his friends are shocked when they see all this and wonder how Harry did all this. Just then, Harry's mom and dad also return and breathe a sigh of relief, seeing him safe and sound. But now Harry had completely changed because he had defeated all his fears. Then he tells his mom and dad, "I don't need a babysitter anymore." But in the last scene of the story, we see that when a fireman is investigating the house, no one is found under the car. This means that Jen was still alive, and suddenly she attacks him. So friends, this story of a fearful boy does not end here, because once someone has touched the fire of the demonic ritual, no one can save them from burning again. Jen is still alive, and she will return to complete Harry's incomplete sacrifice. But she will not be alone, but all those who were killed will be with her. Now the question is, will Harry be able to save himself next time, or will the demonic powers win this time? Stay tuned to find out, and if you liked the story, please subscribe and leave a sweet comment. I will soon be back with the second part of this story after just 10 of your comments.